our church, in order to pursue a policy or a program in China that's workable, they have closed their eyes to some of the things that maybe here control us.
Come on, I just think, brothers and sisters in the United States, I felt you are much more advanced than the Chinese people in terms of culture, in terms of civilization. That's why my mother was surprised that, and I was surprised when I was in the seminary. People come to ask me, hey, do you have problem with women ordination? And I said, why? I was surprised because I know in the States it's a democratic system. Everyone is equal.
对不对？我记得我们两个还在那里说，他就是
还有一个说法，姐妹，不管是牧师啊还是长老，就是没有职位也好，他就个别人他提到不能做教会的负责人。圣经里头弟兄是头，姐妹不能做头，姐妹要做头，这个教会就不兴旺了。这也是不能
华他上帝的名，在万处以上摇手，治好这大。
For us, ordination is so that we can be entitled to do the work of God in the name of the church. We have the authority, we have the qualification to do the work. That's how we understand. Ordination is that people recognize, okay, you are sent by the church. That's all.
开始的时候也是两种意见，后来我们就我不知道其他教会怎么样，后来我们就有了2次选，就是投票。第一次投票就是决定是不是能够按立女牧师，然后通过了，然后再决定是按谁，就是投了2次，这样就通过了，是这样的。反正对。
他们都是自己在做。那时候也没有到教会里没想着要做牧师。我们有2个母堂，下面有55个点，我们总共有5000个信徒，可以说是经历了流泪谷。这教堂也是用眼泪造成的，装潢设备我们花了980万。在每一次的过程当中，我们
看到，在我小的时候
，the people inside China they felt we need to be independent from the Western churches, so that we can contextualize our own gospel and we can control our own church. We can have our own workers, and we are not so much Westernized. So 3 self principle was established, and then a 3 self patriotic movement based upon the 3 self principle was organized. 3 self principle is self-propagating, self-financing, self-governing. So you govern the church by Chinese people. You get money from the Chinese people. You are not under control of the foreigners. You propagate, you preach the gospel in Chinese way. I wrote to the division president, Elder Jackson, and I said, I heard you are having a hot debate. Is it possible that you big guys to come here and have a study, like Columbia Uni President Elder Wigley and Ohio Conference President Elder Artican? They all came, and their eyes were opened, and their decisions were firm. They said, we'll go for it because of China. Because we are all under one God. If you think God in China is different God from the US, then we can do otherwise. But God is the same.
Top church officials returned this week from a 10-day visit to China. A growing Christian community in the country includes hundreds of thousands of Adventist believers. We asked World Church President Ted Wilson and others to reflect on the trip.
The objectives of our trip to China were at least twofold. One was simply to learn and to understand the setting of that vast country. The second large objective was to encourage our members in that great country and just bring them sense that they are truly part of the world church in a large sense, that we all beat with that beautiful and wonderful hope of Jesus' soon coming.
这是会长，这是我们献堂的，这是我们奠基准备造教堂的。每一年受洗的，今年我们要受洗3次，一次100多位。这一次来3月，就31号来访问的这个。因为那天他也蛮匆忙的，从上海到无锡的时间不长，整个证到以后，我们在一起，他就问我，也是徐金义牧师向他介绍，他说我是这里西安堂的负责人，后来他跟我握手那个交谈了一些。
Our church members are very loyal, very faithful, Bible-believing individuals who are just so on fire for the Lord and working within the context that they can.
China has emerged itself having gotten rid of all its Western vestige. So it is in reality an indigenous church with indigenous funding, indigenous capacity to multiply itself.
Finally, I would say this. I believe that God is working through women in China already. I understand the church governance structure is different there. There are no committees, there are no conferences, none of that stuff. And maybe that's instructive. In the absence of all those things, God has worked through women. Thank you.
What do you mean by Adventist? It's by location, by organization, institutional organization, or by doctrine? By what we believe together. I think the problem now with outside regarding the ordination is they define Adventist by institutional policies, institutional structures. But I can speak for my own church here, many of the leaders. We are Adventist and we are 100% Adventist because of what we believe. We believe in NHY. We believe in 2,300 years. So you cannot say we are not Adventist because NHY even, she said, we are following the succession of the apostles by teaching. You can find this from the Acts of Apostles. So by no means we are not Adventist. And I remember one time, I have a professor in 1997. He came from the division to visit Shanghai Church, and he asked one question. Everybody was shocked. He asked in Shanghai, he said, you know, if there's one day that you are allowed to come back to the World Adventist Church, will you be willing to belong to the Adventist Church? And we were so shocked by the question because we always felt we are Adventist by what we believe.